Hello, my loves. All right, today we're going to talk about the fact that you should never rely on one source of income when it comes to crafting. Let me explain. Many a times we decide to quickly and easily think that a craft show is instantly going to be successful and bring you a lot of money. I had a show planned for today. It wasn't a craft show, it was a vendor show for a school that I was doing this for. And I came to find out last minute that the person who was originally coordinating this whole thing quit midway and didn't provide all the information to the people who ended up having to deal with everything taking over it. And I wasn't even listed as a vendor despite having been one of the first to purchase a booth. So I say all this to remind you that if you have to rely on craft shows, do not make that your only source of revenue, because if I was relying on something like that, I would have lost out on money today. I ended up just taking the loss and not dealing with having to be shoved into some corner or some hole, and taking the time to now work on my business, getting some more orders created and shipped out, getting products added to my website, things that I know are going to continue providing me revenue even while I sleep. So for those of you who have been sitting on the fence of trying to get your e-commerce side of things up and running, I'm trying to give you that, warning flag of now's the time to do it. Do not only rely on craft shows. Do not only rely on live shows, because guess what? If you get sick, you get injured, something happens, a family event occurs, and you can't make that live, that means you're not making money. So start getting into the mindset that you need a website or some kind of online presence that can continue selling for you while you're out, while you're sleeping, while you're not available, okay? I started teaching the setup for Shopify last week with my paid Substack subscribers. It is literally $8 a month, y'all, to get a lot of really good advice and information. And on these calls, we go and dive in business-wise. But I do this for a reason. I do this because I want to see you guys succeed. I don't want to see you struggling. I don't want to see you going, oh my gosh, you came up with this cool magnet system, and now I'm still having to hawk pens on the side of the road or at a craft show, or at a live event, right? Everything that requires you to take time out of your day to sell something. It should never only be about that. Do you want to go do craft shows? Cool. Awesome. I love doing craft shows. I love being able to meet people, but it cannot be your only source of income. So if you have thought about your e-commerce site and you haven't made that final push and you want to learn all about it, we have 2 more live events that we're doing. We already recorded the first one, and that one's posted on Substack. But the other 2 happen over the next 2 Tuesdays, and we are literally diving in from the settings to the shipping to all of the items that you need to make sure you have on your site prepared for online sales. That's what we're going to be covering, especially the marketing side of things, right? How to make sure that you keep driving traffic to your site so that people who are watching your videos in the middle of the night while you're sleeping, they can go ahead and purchase from you. They don't have to see you live. They don't have to see you in person just to be able to buy what they want. So keep that in mind. If you have decided that, you want to try to do this, reach out to me, ask me some questions. I won't be able to give you a full breakdown of everything on the Shopify setup or the e-commerce side. I do recommend Shopify. I'm not getting a commission or anything out of that. I just literally know what works and what's worked for me and how to secure that thing. And just what the expectation is on processing fees and everything, and just even ease of use. But I do want to let you know that I do walk everyone through that. So if you are one of my paid subscribers and you haven't joined yet and gone on the lives, first session of the 3-part series is already posted on Substack. We do have 2 more live events we're doing. I screen share and show you guys step by step. So I love you. Please make sure that if you're taking this seriously and you're making this your business, do not leave money on the table. Make money while you sleep, and stop trusting that everything is going to go according to plan when it comes to live events, whether online or offline. I love you guys. Take care.